Welcome back to another episode of Crystal Classic on Android devices. This is actually the remake of this video because there's a rendering issue on my tablet on my previous original videos. So in this case, I'm gonna tell you a little bit of different detail here that's actually right now in an actual effect that's actually gonna take place. So as you know, I'm going to show you the Pokedex here. So Pokedex is right here. So we've got like what, four in our um Pokedex here. We are gonna go ahead and show you the map here, and indeed we are needed to go to New Bark Town because Professor Elm called us, and the rendering issue was these ads keep popping up, and it was actually being recorded, so taking those ads out was a pain in the neck. So, so now I don't have to deal with those ads now, so that's good. Ugh, that was annoying though. Just to deal with, but to actually put up with that. So, so right here, all right, just let you know now. Right here is where Professor Elm calls you, and he is terrified. Like he is explaining how terrible it was. It was unspeakable to his terms, meaning that he wants us to come all the way back to New Bark Town to see what happened. So we're gonna go ahead and find out what he wants us to do. So, so in this case, oh, you know what? Do you know what time it is on my tablet? Really? So we ran into a hoot hoot. Unfortunately, we can't catch it. But there is indeed a Pokemon we are going to go ahead and catch at that. So, we're going to go ahead and battle this thing. Because you never know what trainer we're going to run into or anybody at that. Because we don't know until we actually get there. So, let's find out. So, we're going to do a little bit of scratching here and get Hoot Hoot down for the count. And, pretty close. On my other device that has the exact same game here, apparently I ran into a Poliwag. I get that. But as I was in the battle and I was busy with some other stuff, my device actually did die, so now I'm charging that up, which is kind of lame. At some point, I will, somewhere down the line, when I get further into my other device, I'm going to show you what he was talking about. Professor M, what he was talking about and how he said it. And I only will show only that little area. And then move on what we've got on this tablet here. So until then, I will figure out a way to get to that spot so you guys can see why he was so distressed and disorganized of how he's saying things. So you can actually see that a bit. Anyway, because of the rendering issue, it basically kicked us out and forced us to do watching some ads and forced me to actually play it now kind of deal. And there was no X button anywhere to click out of it, and I was getting really annoyed. How ads can be very, very, very annoying at that. So we're at level 8 now. We are not much anywhere near. I hope we can actually take this guy down, no problem. But what we find is a antidote, which I could have left it there. But you know what? It's better for the training. Let's go ahead. Hoot Hoot, which only these normal and flying type Pokemon only come out at night, which is indeed the sad thing. So, finding out when and what time these Pokemon will come out, I might have to do some tutorial videos certain times of the day. So, in order for that to happen, I will have to do separate videos and then combine them so that and see how that goes. I do have an idea of how I'm going to do that, but I'm not very much of an expert when it comes to combining videos. But I'll do my best. I can't promise anything. So, I will do some tutorials of how to get certain Pokemon in certain times of the day, or I can do them in the playthrough at the same time. So it's kind of neat. Now, even though our Jaws is starting to dwindle on its health, so it is indeed best to heal up, because you never know what's coming at us right now, or in our way. So we're going to heal up right now, as we speak. Alright. Are you guys ready to see what is coming our way right now? Because I'm telling you, this guy can be something else. Or is it a female? We'll have to see. Because I didn't point it out in the beginning of the game. I did not point him out. Or her. I just kept going, and I didn't even notice it was there. But I did know this person was there. I just didn't point it out. So if you look in my first video, as I enter the professor's lab, Professor Elm's lab, there is a person in red with the red hair, right? On the side of the building as I entered. So I'm letting you know now, this guy is something else, because he can be very persuasive, and how he says his words. I'm telling you, he is not the kind of guy you want to mess with. But getting around him is at key and at best. So, in my gold version on one of my devices, I don't remember which one at that. One of these devices that I have a gold version, and I actually literally just got really, really far with just, I'm not even kidding, I'm not even joking with you guys, I'm not joshing her at all. I literally used a Eevee the whole rest of the way without any hesitations. Any trainer came against me, it just literally just demolished it the whole way. It was just something else. Oh man, that Eevee was something else, I'm telling you. Eevees are very good, especially with defense and attack. Not only that, they are really good at basically just attacking anything in its way. So it's really good. So as long as you don't evolve it, you're good. Otherwise, the stats will be different, and it will attack differently. So, all right, here we go. Oh, who's this red hair dude? You got a Pokemon at the lab? What a waste. A wimp like you? Don't you get what I'm saying? No. Well, I too have a good Pokemon. I'll show you what I mean. Bring it, man. Bring it. See what you got, man. So, it's a question mark, question mark, question mark. So, we don't know his name. So, in this case, we're going to name him after we talk to, I believe it's an officer. I believe that is in doing the investigation. While Liz, we're doing the investigation at the same time. So, just so you know. So, he wants to battle, or her, depending on what gender we give him, or her. So, they send out Chikorita, which is a grass type, which means that it's our... basically at our level, or our weakness, basically. So, in this case, Jaws at that is at level 8. His is at level 5, which is pretty dang good for level. So, higher is at best. Even though there are people that are saying this a lot of times, and I keep hearing it, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm telling you this right now. The higher you are, the better you become. The lower you are, the less challenging it can be. Meaning, what I'm saying is that the challenge that you are at could falter your winning streak. So the higher you become, the stronger you become. So I'm telling you, you'll see in this series how stronger how much strong I get depending on the area and where I'm at. So you could see why the higher you become, the easier to win. I'm not saying that's a thing, but it's a legend, basically, if you know what I'm saying. So, in this case, we are going to go ahead and fight, and we could raise our attack. We could. But we're going to go ahead and scratch the heck out of this guy, which is not going to do a whole lot, and lower our attack. So, in this case, we're going to go ahead and do rage, which is not going to do a whole lot for us. But our rage is now building. So basically, our attack has risen. So now we can go ahead and do more rage. And he's going to do tackle, which in this case, our attack did not go up. So rage is actually a good move. However, only if your opponent does keep attacking you, which means your attack rises to the roof, which makes you nice and strong against them, which is good. The more you use it, the stronger you become, and the more you hit hard. So keep that in mind. So we won some good experience off of that, and went to level 9 at that. And look at that, we don't have a badge yet. So what are the badges at that? I wonder what these badges are going to be. What types of challenges is going to be ahead of us right now? Oh man, that's going to be a challenge. I don't know. Well, in today's episode, we are going to get one Pokemon only if we are able to know what's ahead of us. But you're going to see in today's episode what Pokemon I'm after for the first on my list. But in this case, I don't know if I'm going to get some Pokeballs here. So, you have two ways of doing this. Getting back safely without running into any Pokemon at that. You can do this. You can jump over ledges on the way, or you can go back the same way you came. Basically, you're going through the grass at that. So, there's two ways of doing this. So, you can go right over here, down south of us here. You can jump down there, or go up into the grass from above. So, we're going to go ahead and go south. Save some time. And, you can go back this way, run into some grass area, or you can go up. Instead of keep going upward, you can go down, but void the ledge as much as you can until you get right here. Why? Because you run into the grass right away, and that's not good. So, the easiest path at best is going to be your at your greatest bet. So now we're in New Bark Town, and here we go. Now, going back the other way, the same way we came on the way here, is pretty impossible. Meaning that we have to go through the grass area on the way back, which is going to be something else. So, now, I heard a Pokemon was stolen here. I was just getting some information from Professor M. Apparently, it was a young male with long red hair. What? You battled our trainer like that? Did you happen to get his name? Well, our rival's name, being that it's Crystal, okay? Now, this can be anybody's name. So, a red-haired name. So, my character is what? Survival? So, okay, this is gonna be funny. I came up with a name that kind of sounds like not really surviving at least. So, you're basically giving yourself a name Beast. Okay? I'm gonna give him the name Beast because he is interesting. So I'm gonna go Beast. Hey, no. The controls, I'm telling you, I'm not used to them. So Beast. We're gonna go ahead and go down to end here. Okay, so Beast was his name. Thanks for helping my investigation. Alright, before we do indeed leave, we're gonna talk to Elm and see what he's got for us. Survive. This is terrible. Oh, yes. What was Mr. Pokemon's big discovery? So I handed him the mystery egg to Professor Elm. This? But is it a Pokemon egg? If it is a great discovery. What? Okay, Professor Oak gave you a Pokedex? Yes, he did. I met him right at his house at that time. Survive? Is that true? That's incredible. He is superb at seeing the potential of people and as trainers. Yeah, Oak does actually have that kind of capabilities. He does, just to be aware of that. Wow, Survive. You may have what it takes to become the champion. You may seem to be getting on a great with Pokemon too. You should take the Pokemon Gym Challenge. Ooh, the closest gym would be the one in Violet City. Ooh, Survive. The road to the championship will be a long one. Before you leave, make sure that you talk to your mom. Oh boy. Well, I am going to go ahead and do just that before I head off, but what are you stopping my path for? Okay. Use these on your Pokedex quest. See, I told you. Did I not risk not buying any? And I couldn't at the time? Because I know that if you buy something and you will regret it later. Because right here, they give it to you. So now we're able to catch things right off the bat, which is kind of nice at that. Alright, so throw Pokeballs at a wild Pokemon to get them. Pokeball in the ball pocket. Interesting. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here and go to our mother here and see what she's got for us. And where is she at? Where's your visitor? Wow, that's a cute Pokemon. Where did you get it? Duh, Professor Elm, hello. So you're leaving on an adventure? Okay, I'll help too. With what? But what can I do for you? Of course, my thought she was going to say the exact same thing I was going to say. She's going to help us with money. Save money. Ugh. Like, what kind of mothers do we have, actually? Just saying. I'll save money for you. On a long journey, money is important. What do you want me to do you want me to save your money? Yes, let's start an actual bank account here. Because she is your bank account, that's for sure. She is your bank account. Because if you save tons and tons and tons of money, if you get a lot of money and you want to put it into the bank account, so that prevents you from buying crap. But if you want to buy something, you take out what you want, and then go ahead and buy. Which in this series, we're gonna do just that, so that any money we collect, half of it is gonna go to her, but we're gonna keep some of it. But we're not gonna buy anything unless we have to. Okay? When I say I'm gonna buy potions, I'm going to do it. When I say I'm gonna wait until I actually get back to my mom's, which is right here, and put all the rest into the account. So, okay, I'll take care of your money. Well, indeed. Be careful. Obviously, you're gonna say the exact same line. Pokemon are your friends. You need to work as a team. Now, go on. It's like, go on. Moms, I'm telling you, they can be something at times. But you know what? That ain't gonna stop me from my adventure, so let's go. But before we do, we get a tutorial right here. I've seen you a couple of times. How many Pokemon have you caught? Would you like me to show you how to catch Pokemon? Well, since if you're new to this Android device, with this game here, and if you're new to the Pokemon series, and you're just starting a fresher course, well, knowing me, we're gonna say yes to this. So, we're gonna actually see how catching Pokemon is gonna be at best. So, a Rattata with this, dude here. So, he's gonna go to his pack, but he is actually doing the hard way out, which is throwing a Pokeball at that, and making sure it gets caught. But here's the thing. He's gonna let us know that we have to do one little small detail he left out. That's how you do it. If you weaken them first, Pokemon are easier to catch. See, that is the small detail you never want to leave out. But me, in this case, there are some areas that I will be catching Pokemon that I will need on my team for later reference. So that'll be my later gyms ahead. So I do have a plan already as it is. I do know my team. I do know what team I'm going to use for the entire game. So, I do have a planned team. So I'm going to go with the team for right now. But he's got nothing for us except just showing us the tutorial. So, we are going to go ahead, but except we have encountered a Rattata, which is not a Pokemon we're not going to catch for our team, because it's not going to help us later in the game. It really isn't. It doesn't have a type advantage against anything, so we're actually are good at our levels, so we're going to run at this. Even though that's bad, but our Jaws is at a good level at that. But in this case, if we run into a Pokemon that I do want, and you will know if I told you. So we ran into another Rattata at the same level, so we're going to run. So we're going to go ahead, and in this time, instead of going all the way to Cherry Grove City, there's a area here that you may guys understand why I am here. There is a Pokemon I'm after right in here. There is a reason why I'm doing this, because I actually planned out my team, and this is actually one of the key to success. So finding this one is going to be at best, and it so happens to be in front of us. Geodude, let's go. Alright, so we have Geodude at that, which is a nifty little Pokemon. However, it's going to help us on our first gym, which is a spoiler because Geodude's a rock and ground. So think of possibilities. Who is the gym leader and what type? Leave in the comments below who you think, what type, what gym, and what leader this gym leader is. And if you don't know, just keep pouring those comments back to back. And so just let me know, who do you think the type of the gym is, and why do I need you, dude? Because basically, Geodude is gonna help us out regardless. So we're gonna go ahead and go and use a Pokeball for the first time, and a 1, a 2, a 3, and it broke out. So we only have 4 left. Otherwise, it's not gonna help us in at all. So we're gonna lower it down by attacking it. We're gonna go get it down to at least yellow at that. Alright, so it's in yellow, so it may be able to get caught for a second try. Let's go ahead and use it. One, 2, 3, and it broke out. Oh, this is gonna be something. This may be a first where I ran out of Pokeballs. So it's in red. So this might be the last chance. Let's see. Come on. Come on, work with me, work with me, work with me, work with me. Nice. Sometimes hitting the A button sometimes will help depending on your case. So Geodude was really tough to get, so putting him in red zone really did help. So gotcha. Geodude was caught, and he was now added to the Pokedex. So, basically, quite unique. We're gonna give him a nickname here. Geodude, and wow, it's a female at that. Ay, 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 ay. That is not good. Ay, ay, ay. Geodude. Well, I do have a couple on hand. I do have Armstrong, which is actually not a good thing, because that can be a something else that I don't want to have happen here. I do have Rocks, and I have Rocker. Or Rocky. You know what? Okay, alright. I do have a good name here, but it may be a descendant from my previous game if you guys watched it. I am gonna go ahead and if I can find the R here. I'm gonna do Rocker because the one I just about to say was Rocky because it kind of sounds like the same exact first name from a character from a movie named Rocky Balboa, if you know who he is at that. If you've seen that movie, leave a comment below. Tell me if you like that movie, because me, I personally love Rocky Balboa and his movies. I'm telling you, that was a good movie. I'm telling you, all 5 of them at that, because I've seen all 5. There's 5 of them at that. But leave in the comment below if I am wrong, if there's more than just that. So, if you like the movies of Rocky, leave your comments below and keep those comments pouring, because it's going to be nice when I actually go ahead and read them. Alright, so we're going to do Rocker, and we're going to go with that. Bam. So we got our first rock and ground type. So it's a bit of a spoiler what the next gym, the first gym is going to be. So leave your comments below. What gym and what type it's going to be. Alright, so here's another Pokemon, but I only have 2 Pokeballs. Because this is going to help us out to get to a certain location. But I will catch that at another time because it looks like of things I did ran out of time. So I'm going to get to the nearest town here and heal up and call it an actual night, actually, because in the game it's a nighttime at that. So we're going to heal up, and if you like this video, please leave a like and a comment, and I'm your host, SurvivalMan1, playing Pokemon Classic on Android devices. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.